What's really good, guys? Your boy Shah back again with another video. I haven't done one of these in a while, actually. It's a bit mad. We've got a movie review. We're going to be talking some John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. No spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie yet or you're on the fence about seeing the movie, I'm not going to spoil anything. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. So John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum stars Keanu Reeves and Halle Berry. So if you've seen John Wick Chapter 2, he has been made excommunicado by the Continental and he has a $14 million bounty on his head. He's trying to survive, he's trying to get from point A to point B without getting killed and having some really bad guys after him the entire movie. The first thing that I want to say about this film is that the action and the choreography and the gun fu is amazing. I have never seen so much care taken into showing exactly what firearms are, what they can do, and what an experienced, skilled, talented person wielding them looks like. Keanu Reeves did excellent training, really committed to the role, and it shows. It shows in all of his movements. He did a lot of his own stunts, and it makes the movie better. The amount of times you see him reload in the movie is crazy, and I loved every second of it. Halle Berry was also extremely good in the movie, although I did think that she would be in the movie for a lot longer than she was. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like this movie is a lot gorier than the first two. There's a lot more violence. It's definitely R-rated, and there's parts of this movie when John Wick is fighting and you just have to it gets really gruesome sometimes. It does showcase how well John Wick can kill people, and it's not always a one-sided fight. It's not always him just plowing through people. That does happen, but there's a lot more hand-to-hand combat in this than I think in the previous movies. He does take a lot of punishment in this movie, but carries on, and that's the drive in him. But it does remind me of the Punisher when it gets to a point where it's like, you've been hurt, you've been running non-stop for days now. We know it's days because you've got from point A to point B without even changing your clothes. You must be exhausted. We haven't seen you eat or shower. The cinematography was great in the fights as well. It wasn't a lot of shaky cam, so you could actually take in what was happening on screen. The music went well with the moments. There was some humor in here, which I didn't really expect. One gripe that I had about the movie is it did become like a video game. One of those video games that get really repetitive really quickly. It was John Wick going to one place, trying to get help. Bad guys come, fight ensues. John Wick has to leave, go to the next place, get help. Bad guys come, fight ensues. John Wick has to leave that place again. I can see why that would start to grate on people. For the movie itself and for what John Wick is, it didn't really bother me that much. But if I was to have a gripe, it would be that. Story as well was not as strong as in the other movies. I know the events of this movie are based around the consequences of John Wick 2, but the heart and soul and emotion of the first movie are not present in this film. It does get a little bit convoluted towards the end as well, where there's a lot of twists and turns and people change allegiances and stuff like that, and it becomes a bit like, why did this happen? Why did we get from here to here for this to happen and then for you to just go and change your mind and do this instead? But those are my thoughts, my non-spoilery thoughts on John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. I hope I didn't spoil it for you. Let me know what you thought of the movie if you've seen it. Remember to follow me on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter for channel updates. Links will be in the description below. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this review. Turn those post notifications on. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. And as usual, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Taylor about the fucking flex.